Hello and namaste. Thank you for joining me for this introductory video to the Find Your Balance Challenge. And this video is something that you can watch a couple times, maybe just one time, but just to give a little bit of explanation on why we're doing this challenge and what some of the benefits might be for you as a result of your daily practice during the month of February, which is when we're running this challenge. So each week there will be a video released every Monday morning. The release is scheduled for 9 a.m., but because the video link comes out a little bit earlier than that, you could probably start as early as 8 a.m. if you wanted to. When the email comes to your inbox after you sign up. And we're progressing through this challenge. So we're starting at kind of an easier level to some, but to others, this level might be quite challenging already. It just depends how you've been doing in your life with your balance, if you've been working that in your practice. And sometimes there can be other physical manifestations happening in the body with the ears or the brain or things like that. So there might be some kind of underlying component that's happening in the body with regards to your balance. If that's the case and you know that through a diagnosis, you could use the wall if you needed to for some of these beginning balances. So please, I'm not using a wall in the videos, but use your discretion if you want to have your hand up against a wall, and maybe over the course of the week, you slowly take your hand away from the wall and then place it back on when you need to. So just test the waters and see how it goes. Balance is like a muscle. We need to kind of flex it and practice it in order for it to really show up for us. So another thing is watching the videos is great, but you might come to a point where you just want to practice on your own without the video playing, in which case below each video, each weekly video, there are links for the PDFs, so you can print those out and just have them nearby for reference. There's very simple instructions on there. It's not incredibly detailed, but the practice itself is pretty self-explanatory. And even if you watch the video one time, you would get a lot of the information, and then you could practice with the sheets if you want to. So the benefits of balancing. Good balance helps us to stay standing. So when our balance is intact and we feel like we have a really good sense of balance, we have less falls and less injuries as a result of those falls. The world feels more stable because your body is balancing. Every day we balance in our actions. So when balance is compromised, there's more risk of injury and falling. It's not something we think about very often, but it becomes incredibly important, especially as we ripen into our elder years. So neglecting to work regularly on our balance can result in increased instability. Stability is important, not only in our bodies physically, but also in our minds. And I strongly feel that when you're in tune with that balance in the body, that stability of mind also comes into play. When you have good balance, you move around with less fear in the world. Fear makes us tighten up, you know, like when we're walking on ice, for example, we are told to do the penguin walk. What does that penguin walk look like? It's like a little waddle. It's like your feet are flat and you're walking like this. There's a stiffness in the body, there's a fear in the body, And if that's happening in your life over and over every day on a regular basis, it creates this stiffness and tightness in the body. So when you work with balance and you open up that for yourself, you gain more flexibility in the body. And when you have flexibility, you can kind of loosen up. The limbs can move, you can breathe, there's less stiffness and tightness in the body. So balancing improves general mobility, so you can move more, and your muscles and bones will get stronger as a result of moving more, and you're moving from this more flexible, fluid place. This is great for longevity, and it makes life more enjoyable as a result. So balancing can only serve you, and practicing over time brings progress, just as we discovered in our core strength challenge over the summer, that it's just these little increments every single day that build up towards something that feels like progress, and that progress is incredibly empowering. So as always, that's my wish for you as you signed up for this practice, or you haven't signed up yet and you're watching this video, maybe you'll sign up now, to have more empowerment in your day-to-day, more enjoyment. Balancing like this will also serve you in your yoga practice. We do a lot of balances in our practice. Even just stepping back, kind of floating one leg back into warrior two, you'll notice when your balance feels intact and you have all of those muscles in the body remembering to find the earth, to find the ground, to find that stability, those step backs will just feel absolutely effortless. Your standing tree pose, all of that stuff. So I hope that you can find this place of empowerment through practicing every day. The practices are around 15 minutes. Maybe the last one might be a little bit longer because we're building up and we keep adding pieces to it. So first and foremost, enjoy yourself. Carve out the time for yourself, even if it feels easy in the beginning. Do it anyway and have a good time doing it, okay? I'll see you in classes, and we'll be balancing a little bit more this month in our classes. So we're gonna let the rubber hit the road. All right, enjoy. The link to the registration is also below, and I hope to see you on February 3rd, and I'll check in with you every week, the end of the week. I'll send a little email to encourage you to keep going, and feel free to message me back when I send those emails. Okay, thank you. Namaste. Have a beautiful day.